my dear Taurus. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of December 2018 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Sagittarius season, so wish all Sagittarius out there a happy birthday. And I hope you have had a lovely November. I myself have had time to recuperate and have some days off, and I've been able to both rest and get a lot of things done that was falling behind. So I also feel up to speed with the personal readings, and if you want one of those, you can go to my website www.queenofcupstarot and check out the process. I read for the signs in the order of most liked videos, so hit the thumbs up button for your sign, and you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating and subscribing to my channel. I am super grateful for all of your appreciation. This is a general reading for sun, moon and rising sign, or wherever you want to use it for. For some people, the story I read can be in the reversed. The energy is the same. You're all part of the same drama depicted in the cards, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. For this reading, I will use the Druidcraft Tarot by Philip and Stephanie Cargom, illustrated by Will Worthington, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Taurus, see what's going on for you. When I open the deck here, I see Ace of Swords and Two of Pentacles. So it seems like there's some decision has been made, a very clear decision, or we have seen something in a very clear way. But with the Two of Pentacles, this might make us a little bit unstable. Either we will start worry about what we have seen, or worry about the consequences of the decision that we have made. We can see it's a ship relationship there, going down in the waves of a storm. I'm thinking it's very crucial to take things step by step here, to not, if not anything else, you can calm yourself down. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light. And here we have the Prince of Cups with the Ace of Swords. So the decision that has been made seems to be something maybe with a love offer or some other kind of offer. It's a Prince of Cups, so it's it might be a little bit illusionary. Prince of Cups is just a prince. He's riding on the tops of the waves. He's not diving deep into them, so he doesn't really fully know his emotions. He might just have gotten this epiphany at this moment, and oh, I feel this for this person, or I feel I want to start mountain climbing, or I want to set sail to New Guinea, or whatever. But he feels very convinced right now, but it's a Prince of Cups, so we should always be we shouldn't have too high expectation. We should always be positive for a person, but maybe not swallow all their great words about the dream that they have seen. Sometimes Prince of Cups can be like a minor gift, getting minor, little bit of money, or someone is giving you something that will be a dear thing to you in the future. So it seems like very, very good news coming through here, but I'm also feeling a little bit skeptic towards the Prince of Cups, so that might be noted. It might be sometimes people coming and saying that they're sorry, or they kind of really want to better their life in some way. They have seen a solution, but it's not sure that they know why this is going to be such a great solution, so they might be fooling themselves a little bit. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we have Justice and Ace of Swords, and this is why it's so crucial to know your emotions and know why you want to do a certain thing, because universal law will kind of trump all human plans and endeavors. So if you for example, want a certain type of job just to escape from a hideous situation at home, this hideous situation is still going to haunt you wherever you go. So you rather need to deal with the things that's that's obvious, instead of trying to fix it with some kind of band-aid, which I'm seeing here, but not here per se, but Justice and Ace of Swords are saying that this is serious. You need to be serious about this, and you don't have to be judgmental at all. If someone comes and offer you something, just know that they might not be fully aware of why they are offering this to you. So you can just say, okay, you can ask questions, you can try to penetrate a little bit deeper into the issue. Why is it important for you to have me on board with this dream right now? How can I help you with building this dream? What are you expecting from me? What are you going to do yourself? We can be very logical about this situation and still be very supportive. Here again, it might be someone coming and saying that they're sorry and they want to fix everything. But as I said, I'm a little bit skeptic about their resources that they have behind them to actually be able to fix it. Do they have the tools necessary in their personality or money enough to get this show on the road? Or do they really sincerely know what they did wrong, so they know what they are apologizing about? It might be that they don't really know. They just try to make you happy again because they liked what you have before, but that might lead to a person doing the same stupid thing again. So you really need to ask them the uncomfortable question. Do you know why I got mad at you? Well, yes, I think it was this. Okay. And the answers might make you a little bit disappointed, but then this can be a very good time to educate that person about what was really going on, because now they are receptive enough to listen at least. So that's a good thing. Okay, so I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Taurus viewers. So I want my dear Taurus to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so it was already done there. So I will just tune in to you and this reading for a few seconds here. So, Taurus, December 2018. This is your future, so it might be going into January or end of December or anytime next year. And this is the now. So it might stretch over full time of December, or immediately when you watch this, or the second time you watch this. This is the Magician, so it's the past. It might be November. For some of you watching, it will be in the now. It might be further back than that as well. So we have the Magician here, so I'm thinking it's in the tune with the Ace of Swords and the Prince of Cups. Someone wants to communicate, they have seen a vision, they want things in a certain way, they believe that this is going to be the shit. It's going to make them happy forever and ever. So with the Magician, they really need everyone else on board on this idea. So it might lead to tricks and manipulation to actually get people on board, because it's so crucial for them to have this happiness, because in other case they are actually going to face their own emotions with what I saw with the Justice card. So if things go wrong here, it might be exactly what the doctor have ordered, because that will make you and the person you're dealing with be able to deal with the actual feelings that we are trying to avoid by taking this decision or coming and saying we are sorry. Or whatever is being done here. It might be a new project, finding out a new career, or as I said, fleeing can be one part of this also. It seems like eluding reality a little bit with the Magician. But in the same time, we had the Ace of Swords, so it's kind of the truth for right now. So who cares if the person haven't really looked into the bottom of their feelings? It's a process, so maybe enjoy being happy right now and not caring so much for the consequences. They will come anyway, so why worry already? Okay, so Magician gets things done, but in their little little way. And it can be also very crucial for you to watch what you are saying. Sometimes we can say things like all drag. I don't like that, Claude. If someone is saying something, your dress is beautiful, and you say, oh, I bought it cheap somewhere, and it's really your favorite, and the next day is stain beyond repair, so you're never going to get that stain away because you were lying to yourself and someone else about what you really appreciated. So it can be small things like this that I saw with the Prince of Cups, that what you really would say is that, yes, this is my favorite dress. I love that you also love it. I'm so grateful for it, and that might make it survive one more day, okay? So, and here we have the lady. So the Magician wants the lady. So either the lady is this beautiful dress, or money in the bank, or a beautiful woman, or the love of your life, or whatever it can be. But this is what we want, and we need to be able to show that we want it, because with the Magician and the Prince of Cups that we saw, it might be also a person not being able to show their emotions properly. They might love you to death, but they are too proud to say it, because if they say it, it's maybe they feel they will be taken for granted, or they will you will not love them as much. Maybe they need to play a little bit of a game to keep you interested, and so it's something that's going on that's where people are not being maybe fully honest about what is really going on. But with the Ace of Swords and Justice, the truth is going to come out no matter what. And I said, enjoy the moment while it lasts, and when the truth comes out, deal with it then. You don't have to worry so much. I don't think this is a major thing. It's more like a person don't know themselves fully. So who knows themselves fully? Okay, it's not every day. It's not all people that knows themselves fully. We know ourselves a little bit, but we might not know all the reasons to why we are feeling and acting in certain ways. But the main reason is, anyway, a person wants love, safety, comfort, being part of a community, or being in a loving part of a family, having someone's beautiful attention upon them, or getting the resources that they want, or the comfortable life that they want, the house that they want, whatever kind of dream this is. Sometimes when we want something like an item, we think that this is going to make us happy, but what we really need to practice on is being happy without the item itself, or without the dream being fulfilled, and starting to be happy for the small things, because this will be the answer for your happiness anyways in the end. And here we have the Five of Swords. So that's when you recognize that you didn't have the same dream after all, because you didn't look given horse in the mouth. So you realized when it was given to you and you built the stable and everything, that it was really old, and maybe just have a few weeks left to live. So better to give it, to send it on vacation on a very beautiful green meadow, and that can be a very big disappointment if you have built a big stable and bought harness and everything, and wants to go on a chariot with this horse, but it's not going to be able to. It's too old, or it's something. The horse is just a metaphor, of course, for what is going on with your life. It's someone is offering you something that is not what you expected, or you are not going to be happy with it, or you are having a dream that later is going to show out to not be a dream but a little bit of a nightmare, because you didn't look into why you really wanted this thing. You just wanted it because you had an epiphany or an idea, but you didn't see the full reasons inside of yourself to why you wanted this. And when people either have two different agendas or two different future perspective, they might have a falling out here. Or also, when sometimes people say things to you, oh, it would be so wonderful if we could start a company together, and I could do this and you could do that, and well, okay, so then we decide we do this. We have this wonderful dinner, and the next day we stay up and talk about it. But for one person it was only a dream, and for the other person it was reality. So they started to look at different warehouses and started to call up potential clients, and then the other person says, well, I'm not ready to start that just yet. I still have this work I like. It was just a dream for the future. So some person might be getting very enthusiastic over something that another person says, but only one person is really on board, and for the other one, you really need to ask the same question several times, like, do you really want this? Is this what do you think about this future we have planned? Will it be, what do you see for us in 5 years, in 10 years? What do you see us doing in a week? So that you are on the same page, because I think that it just, maybe a situation is more sought for from one of these people or these parties than what it is for the other. So one will jump on board very easily, and the other one might just think that, oh, it's a great dream, but I'm not ready for that just right now. So I try to talk with each other, like back and forward and again, and see what's going on here, because it's like a small misunderstanding, or someone building up. Sometimes we can, a person that we really love, they can say, oh, you're so beautiful, and you take it as I love you, but really they are just feeling sexual attraction towards you, and you think you are going to spend the rest of your life together. So it's these kind of misunderstandings. Okay, so here we have your past, and it's a Three of Pentacles, so it's a beautiful card about putting in effort into something. But again, we can see that there's people watching, and one person being very self-sufficient. We see the cat there. So being very self-sufficient and doing the work, while other people is not really investing. Maybe they don't have the skill just yet. Maybe you need to show them the way. Maybe you need to be a leader in a certain negotiation, or paint a future for people that you want on board with your ideas. But it might take time before they can follow you in this train of thoughts, or maybe they need to learn some skills first. So it seems like you might be a little bit ahead of them there. The Three of Pentacles is a good card. It's about working projects. It's a Holy Trinity, so it should be more of a cooperation. But sometimes it's a 3, so it's not an 8 of Pentacles where we started to really perfect our work. It's a 3 of Pentacles, so it's going to be a lot of disappointments and trials and errors before everyone is really educated in this situation. And here we have an 8 of Cups. So 8 of Cups might be an overreaction to people not being skilled enough to participate in a project or a dream. And it can also be if one of the audience here feels like this is something I can never learn. I don't have the capacity to ever learn this, so I'm fleeing because I don't have a great self-esteem. It can be like this as well. And it can also be that the 8 of Cups, a person leaving the situation, is what's needed for their education as well. Maybe that was what was lacking here with the Three of Pentacles. Maybe these people take the other person's work for granted, but when this person maybe get tired and leave the scene, and these person are left with no one doing this work, maybe they start to appreciate it more. So sometimes in the absence of something, we can know if it's valuable for us or not. So maybe it was an overreaction, but in the same time, it's probably going to determine the value of what has been created up till now. Okay, and we have a 10 of Cups, so it seems like the value is valuable. Okay, we realize like this was really valuable, and I want this. That's beautiful. It's a 10 of Cups, so it's a kind of a green light to if you want to have a committed love relationship, or you want to start a new project, or you want to change career, or start educating yourself, or whatever. It seems like a very good idea indeed. And we have the rainbow here as well. So far so good. Okay, in the past something happened that was very good, and we felt like we were on the same level. So we realized what something was really worth to us. Someone did, and that led to people getting on the same page. So this is a great thing. Sometimes we need to give ultimatums or demonstrate our value for people to really value us. Okay, so the magician, but it might have been a little bit of a trick. An ultimatum can be a little bit of manipulation, or saying, okay, so then I'm not participating if you are not helping me, and it's a little bit of manipulation, but it seemed to have worked very well. Okay, so that is in the past. And here we have the now, so that's the strength card, and it's connected to the 8 of Cups. So it seems like this was a very necessary ingredient for getting the show on the road. 8, the strength card. This person doesn't even fight anymore. They just follow their own soul. So if their own soul said, okay, I have done all these things for these people, and they don't appreciate it, so I move on. It doesn't have to have been in like a martyrdom or passive aggressiveness. It can just have been from the bottom of your heart, from the bottom of your soul, or from this person's soul, and that they needed to do this and show that they were serious. So all these things that I was talking about might have been things that were going on in the past, where someone was too juvenile or just not ready to jump on board with your ideas. But with the 10 of Cups, it's kind of changed the whole scenario, at least for the past. We'll see where it goes here. But the strength card is also very promising. It shows the person being very grown up, and for this person it doesn't really matter whatever happens, because they will be fine. They are full of self-respect and self-love, and stubbornness, and strong belief in themselves. So it doesn't going to matter if people are on board or not. And here we have a 5 of Wands, so it seems like people won't be really on board. Maybe it's several people in a bigger group, and some will be on board and some won't. Okay, so some will think that this is a great idea, and other people won't think it's a great idea. Or you're living with someone that has a little bit of split mind. One day it's a great idea, next day it's not so great idea. So it might be one person being very secure, dealing with another person that's very insecure, and therefore having problem to making up their mind. And sometimes these people needs great leadership. So if you are the magician and the strong strength here, it might be what's needed to get a project up and running, because it doesn't seem that you get so much support. It's more like people are working against you, or they love your ideas but they're not going to help. It's something going on here that's still a little bit awkward. Okay, next card, Cernunnos. So Cernunnos is the devil, and it's kind of what I felt with the Pisces, the Knight of Cups situation, that a person don't know the full extent of their emotion. They might not know why they are self-destructive, for example, because this looks a little bit like a self-destructive person. I mentioned someone might love you a great deal, but act as if they don't. Maybe they want to test you or sabotage the situation, so they can say, yes, I told you so. I told you that this wasn't going to work out well. Well, it didn't work out because you were self-destructive. So I'm thinking we are dealing with someone that's very passionate, very dramatic, juvenile, don't know themselves to the core and up. So they might do very strange things to kind of sabotage this situation without really wanting to sabotage it. It's just that it's kind of programmed into them with their projections and their memories and their traumas and their dramas. So it might be that you have encountered some people that's very dramatic or that feeds out of drama, or they think drama is the greatest thing in the world, and if we see tears in your eyes, then that's when we know you really love us. Or when you feel worried, when we feel you are worried, then that's the time when you feel like we trust you, because then we see, okay, you really mean business, because we see you are very upset now with the evil thing we did. It's like you're dealing with a person that might be bipolar or have some other kind of issue that really needs therapeutic help. Okay, it might be a very complex personality, very interesting, very passionate, but it's like dealing with a wild animal, or with a child, or someone that you can't really trust that they are acting logically. They will act with fiery passion and big displays, and it's like they don't value really calm and harmony, but they value when things is disharmonic, the unbalanced we saw with the Two of Pentacles. When we are living on the edge of danger, that's when this person strives. But one person isn't like this. This person isn't like this. They just want to create harmony, but they have kind of chosen someone that has capacity for great love, but also for great destruction, if that makes sense. The lady here, that's Taurus, Venus as well. So it's love and loyalty and wanting to give something fertile, but maybe you have this beautiful dream and another person has like a different agenda. They set you out to fail a little bit, is what I'm feeling. They might rig the stage so that you can never win this. It's some kind of illusion being built here. Okay, so that's in the now. So what I'm seeing is that a person is changing their mind back and forth, and one time they are on board with what you want, next time they are not on board, and they didn't say the things that they said that they did say to you. I think you need to record what this person is saying, because they're going to say, no, I never told you that I was on board with this project. I don't know why you bought all this equipment. It was stupid because I never said this. You are actually freaking me out with pushing me like this. How could you believe that I would quit my job and go on this project with you? You're freaking me out. That's what this person said. But really what they do, they are freaking you out because they say something and they pretend they never said it. No, I didn't say that. I never meant that. You must have misunderstood me. So it might be a person setting you out to fail. And why they do so seems to mostly be that they want drama, and they also want to see that you really, really care. They want to see you breaking down here, crying over the bought equipment or the apartment that you just signed on. You were going to move in together. No, no, they are not going to move in together with you. They want to, but they are more up to destroying the situation than to fixing it or living in harmony with you. This is not a grown-up person. This is a person that have deep issues. They seem to be loving enough, but I have the greatest empathy for their drama here, because it comes from some kind of trauma. They don't believe in love at all. They don't trust the universe. They don't trust the divine. They always think that people set them up to fail. So they set up you to fail, because this is how they are used to being treated. So it's very sad, really. And I think this person has capacity to love with great passion. But I don't think it's particularly easy to live with a person like this. Then you need to be a super adult and super balanced, and not taking things personally at all. Just saying, well, it seems like we need to write a contract on the things that we have decided upon, because I know what I heard, and I'm still having the equipment, so I'm going on with this without you. And I'm so happy for the input and ideas you gave me. And I'm thinking it's going to be a wonderful journey. But I understand if you have gotten cold feet and if you don't want to join me anymore, it's fine. I'm going to be fine doing this on my own or being on my own. I love this new apartment we signed up on, and I'm a little bit disappointed that you are not living there with me, but I'm going to be so happy there, and I hope you will come and visit me. So if someone is strong like that, they might make that person that's acting like this so secure that they will start to trust you eventually. That might be a thing to consider, okay? And here we have a Prince of Swords. This is more the natural way we react to people acting like this. I know what you said. I'm so sure I'm right. But I don't think this is the right way to deal with this person, to attack them for their wrongs. They are used to being attacked for their wrongs. That is what they have been fighting with their whole life, being set up to fail by maybe narcissistic people that wanted them to fail, and therefore they themselves is acting like this. So if you act like they think you will act, like the people they have been brought up by wolves, and if you are going to act like those wolves, they are going to think inside of themselves, oh, I dodged a bullet there. Look, they are crazy. This person is crazy. I knew it. That's why I lied to them, because I wanted to see how crazy they were, and see they are crazy. So this is not going to lead to them trusting you. It's going to lead to something else. But Prince of Swords is super smart, but might jump to conclusions, and therefore going on a killing spree, or being very determined that I'm right, you're wrong, and this is going to create disharmony in this situation. Prince of Swords can be a good thing when you are starting a company and you need to figure out things, how you do things in the best way to get ahead. But in this situation with this fragile, tough, very complex person, this is just going to put fuel on this fire. And we have the World card here, so you have the capacity in this situation to make something better, to actually complete something, to find your own home, maybe by defending yourself if that's necessary, maybe in a family situation where family is acting shady. So that might help. But if this is someone that you want to spend time with or have this project with, I don't think this is the right way. But whatever, you have a great chance in this situation to fix something that hasn't been fixed for a very long time. So you have a chance to become very have your mind set on something and kind of don't back down. Either people support you or not, you're going towards this direction, and that in itself, to be this calm in a situation where you usually get very agitated, will probably solve the karma. If you don't cry, if you don't get pissed off, if you don't answer back, but you actually keep your good mood, as good as you can, fake it till you make it. The magician, you might need to play a little bit of a game here, but not a game to hurt anyone, just to take the edge out of the drama. If someone is, they say, I love when you do chicken for family dinner. Can you please do chicken? And when you have done chicken, they say, no, I never wanted chicken. I hate this with chicken. You know, I'm allergic to chicken or whatever. Okay. Then you say, you don't have to eat chicken. You can eat the things that's around. I have done plenty of these other stuff, and also vegetarian food is probably better for you. So you don't, and you can do it with a smile on your face. Every time they try to stab you, you just rise above, rise above, rise above, and you do it with humor and a smile. So it's actually it falls back on them. It's them doing they are making a fool of themselves. They are not making a fool of you. They are making a fool of themselves because you are keeping this very grown-up attitude. So you're not letting their words or their deeds, this can be of course the same person, continue with, here they loved you, here they combat with you or challenge you to combat because they have something dark inside of them that needs to come out and play, and here they attack you again, and you kind of just keep your cool. Here you gave them consequences. Here you seem to just be the bigger person, like stoic. Here hopefully you just act with the love of the universe. You don't catch them when they fall. You just let them fall on their face with the evil deeds that they do, but you do so with humor, and you're ready to pick them up when they acknowledge defeat a little bit, okay? When they say, okay, I don't like that kind of food either. Well, I'm sorry, but there's a pizza around the corner. Maybe they have something that you could fill your stomach with. Do you want to have some money for pizza? And then you see them shamefully walking away buying pizza, and they are sitting with pizza, and everyone else is enjoying this beautiful dinner. So then you can comfort them and saying, do you want more wine? Should we play that game afterwards that you like? You don't have to butter them up, but you can show that you are in a good mood and that they haven't sabotaged your mood, whatever they do, okay? And here we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess in this situation. Yeah, okay, I feel like this person you are dealing with is actually like a little bit of a lost soul, but if they are pulled back into like the community of humanity, they might be a really interesting figure. Okay, they have just decided to be on the edge of everything because maybe they feel too fragile for this world, or they feel that they are alienated, no one understands them, so they lash this out. It can be different things, but it seems like it's like witchy, bitchy, shadowy person that you're dealing with, but that has a great capacity for beautiful things being done here with the High Priestess. It might be like you have discovered the dark side of the divine feminine, the really dark side, someone that doesn't trust the surrounding at all and act a little bit like a dragon in a cave. And every time they are dragged out to a family dinner, they will be dragony and bitchy. But there's something else there. If they can reconnect and find love, maybe it doesn't have to be this way. They can participate and actually offer something to the world. So I'm thinking there's something great going on here, but it's like playing with fire. It doesn't look easy, and you probably need to be at your best mood on this family dinner or whatever it is that you're doing to actually be able to succeed. But success is kind of guaranteed here as long as you have identified the game with the Ace of Swords, Justice, and with the Magician. You need to play the game. So for many of you, it would, here you probably felt like, I don't want to play a game, I'm too old for that, I'm not going to do this dance with my aunt again on this family dinner, I refuse. But then maybe someone persuades you and say, it's going to be a lovely family dinner, do this for our sake, and you do it, but you know that you're going to have to play this game, and you're ready for the battle when the battle comes. Here they come ready for the dinner table, but actually ready for battle, and you let them battle, and you do it. You're just holding this energy of not engaging and not letting shame get to you, because if they don't like your dinner, they don't like your plans, they don't have to go along with you. You don't have to be close. You don't have to be an item. You don't have to be on the same page. We can agree to disagree. So they can't hold this against you. And if they are saying, oh God, you look really tired, you look really torn, exhausted, what has happened to you? And you know that it's not consideration, it's more like they want to tell you that they think you look old or awful. And and to deal with this is to say, well, I'm really happy that you saw this. It makes me feel that you really have consideration for me, because I'm really exhausted and I actually didn't have much sleep tonight. So if you could help me in the kitchen and do all these peeling all the potatoes would be great, because I'm seeing almost like I'm almost crossed-eyed at this point, and I would like to be a little bit more have my energy left for the dinner conversation. So I'm so grateful for you being so empathic towards me. So you need to be quick-minded. You don't have to talk quick. You can take a pause and just like, oh, what did I feel in this situation? Okay, I feel humiliated. And what did this person want? They wanted me to feel humiliated. Okay, how can I turn this so it actually falls back on them? It's like holding up a mirror. This can be the mirror to the person, and it's just dunk dunk, and it's like ricochet. You are being shot by your own bullet. So let this person shoot themselves with their own bullets all night, and that will probably make them feel more connected to you and other people than what they ever have felt before. The High Priestess is not particularly connected to other people. She's more connected to the divine. But it feels in some way, when I'm holding this card, as a person has feel very alienated, suddenly feels accepted. Maybe they felt like they were too smart for the rest of the people. They didn't understand that other people were actually just polite. You weren't smarter than anyone. They were just polite. They were not falling for your game. They were just trying to keep harmony. But when people let these kind of people shoot themselves in the foot, they will understand that, okay, other people aren't stupid. It's not like I have been playing them all these years. They have just tried to be nice towards me, and they realize I haven't been particularly nice back. So they get a taste of their own medicine, and they realize they are not superhumans and not better than anyone else. It's just that other people have have kind of endured them in all this time, and it's that is kind of rude too. To endure someone and not telling them the truth can be rude too. Because if everyone around the dinner table know that all this aunt here, she is so difficult and we really don't want to invite her, everyone knows, everyone plays along, that is playing the game. That is really the game. And if everyone would have been not conformed into a social game, but instead always being very clear with what happened and what needs to be done in the situation, that aunt might have changed and being a better person 50 years ago, okay? So 50 of her years are kind of wasted, where she could have been invited to a lot of more parties, had much more friends, but just because people were too polite to not tell her what it was that she was doing and holding up the mirror, she led her life maybe very lonely or felt very alienated. But she didn't, with the Cernunos, we can't see our own shadow. All other people see it. It's just we ourselves that don't see it, because we don't like our shadow. So we don't want to see it because it makes us feel uncomfortable. So we say, no, it wasn't my fault. It was that person's fault. So this person probably never saw their own shadow until someone put up a mirror, and it's time to do just that. Okay, so it looks exciting enough. I'm thinking I'm going to read the Five of Swords card here, because this is what you are going to have to deal with here. And prepare for, and you know, not get triggered by. Actually just keep your cool, don't take it personally. Yeah, we have the Justice card there as well behind, and the Star card for healing. So it can be a very good situation, this. There is a risk of defeat. You may be involved in a quarrel and feel as if you are losing the battle. It is possible that you have been subjected to humiliation, abuse, or malicious gossip. The ancient Druids understood the power of the spoken word, and slander was considered one of the 6 causes for divorce. to attack someone's dignity or standing in the community was deemed highly offensive, and clear sanctions were in place to prevent this. The card can also suggest the communication have broken down or that underhand tactics have been used. It is possible that one party is acting out of a sense of righteousness, but their attitude lacks humility and compassion. Another interpretation of this card is that either you are blaming someone or they are blaming you, or jealous and envy may be surfacing. As with all five cards, though they often represent difficulties, pain and challenges, they also point to the phase that follows. Sometimes things need to get worse in order to get better, and once you move forward, life will start to improve and new opportunities begin to appear. That's a good thing. So it's you just need to be very clear, smart and cool. Wait for it. Don't react immediately. Count at least to 3 and think, okay, so what did she just do? Or what, it can be he as well, but what did they just do? And how can I respond to that? Okay. So I'm going to take a card from the Oracle of the Angels by Mario Duguay to see what's going on with my dear Taurus. Okay. Here and now. Yeah, so you need to be very here and now to be able to do this new challenge. It's some kind of mission for you where you are sent as a knight to the round table. That might be a dinner table with your family. It can be any kind of situation. This can be a partner acting like this, a friend acting like this. But I can guess that during the holiday seasons, there will be a lot of these kind of things where we are pushed together with people that we usually avoid. And if you are here and now, you will be able to listen also to the divine here, because this might be you as well in another, like if we look at this row. Where you listen very closely to the divine and the devices, and you will get answers like what to say to this person or how to deal with them. If you just wait a second and listen internally instead of immediately responding. Okay. So I'm going to read this card for you, number 4. Here and now. So, you spend a lot of time dwelling on events in your past and worrying about how the future may unfold. This card serves as a reminder that the only moment that counts is now. So return your focus to this present moment and be mindful of letting your thoughts drift away into the past, or not letting your thoughts drift away into the past and into the future. Be conscious of your thoughts as they create your reality in every now moment. I live in the here and now, always conscious of my active presence within the universe and of my work on earth. I choose to live in the present moment. I am aware of what I create with my thoughts, my words, my deeds. I trust, for I know that all comes to me at the right moment when I'm ready. So if you are using this power of now to stay here and now, you will be able to hear what kind of advices comes through. You will also be able to listen to yourself. What do I feel? How do I react to this? Instead of just reacting and just saying the things that you usually say. Well, if you don't like chicken, I can cook something else for you. Or whatever it is that you are saying in these situations usually. It doesn't have to be a bad idea, but if a person wants to be difficult or prey on your energy, that's probably not a good idea. So when you are like this, very focused, very clear, listening to the other person, listening to your response, then you can be a very beautiful divine tool on earth in this situation and do something healthy with this that might be healthy for all parties, very unconditionally loving. Yes, okay. So I'll also take a card from the Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection by Mike Jolie. So, for my dear Taurus, I felt this one. Let's see if there's one more maybe. Okay. And that one. So, you're being watched by loving eyes. So, kind of means that the divine is loading for some kind of drama to play out, and everyone's eyes are on you to help you. It's like a lifeline you have there, and it's loving eyes watching you and helping you through this, so you're not alone in this situation. What if you are actually an ancient gladiator of love and joy who agreed to visit Earth during these primitive years to spark some new thinking, share a few smiles, and help others discover they too are awesome, just saying, the universe. Up for a just, of course, with rubber tingies. Okay, so why you need to be focused here and now, and why all eyes are on you, because this is important. It's something you are very good at if you actually peel away all your conditioning and being acting nice and actually acting truthful instead. You are a beautiful tool to be used at this point to make a beautiful difference. So that's actually a very, very good thing. Okay, so you are destined for greatness on the wings of love. So this love is a little bit of tough love, but it's a necessary love, because people will be able to see themselves in the mirror that you hold. To clarify, the primary roles of love are not to heal, fix, or mend, not to soothe, cure, or ease, not even to refresh, or rejuvenate, or restore, hardly. The primary roles of love are to Yahoo, Jiha, and Waho. Get your love on, the universe. So love is not about walking on eggshells for people, trying to duck when they're shooting bullets at you. It's supposed to be love on equal terms. So whenever you see something being out of harmony, where the love isn't feeling like to the roof happy, identify and show. Okay, so people can see, also you, for yourself to see. So my dear Taurus, I hope this helped. I want you to take really, really good care. And I also want to invite you back to my January reading that I will perform in the mid of December. And I want to wish you really nice holidays, and keep your mind sharp, and take love into this holidays situations instead of fear for what people might have said. Be armed with your conscious awareness to see what's really going on, and have humor, be nice about it, be the bigger person, and really try to show the person with humor what they are doing a little bit wrong, like what they are doing that is not harmonic and nice. So the dinner might be really pleasant, and it might be feeling like a victory for you. Okay, so thank you for watching, and bye bye.